Hello, welcome. This is Luke Smith of RuralVacantLand.com, and I'm used to saying I have another property for you. Well, I do. I have another property for you, but this one is not for sale. This one I'm asking for help on. I believe in this property, and I don't have enough money to buy this one, and that's where I need your help. So let me show you this property and see if you want to work with me on this property. This would not be a passive investment. This would be an active investment. You're going to be signing paperwork, doing title paperwork. This thing's going to go through title. The idea is if you wanted to partner with me on this, funds would go into title. We buy the property, go market the thing, we sell it, funds would come out of title, percentage wise, with what percentage of the property that you own, you get funds related to that percent. Okay, so this property, and I've done partnership deals, lots and lots and lots of partnership deals like that over time. Pretty straightforward. I can walk you through it. I think it'd be better to walk you through it over the phone than over the video, the logistics of it. But the idea, if you're interested in the idea of this property, then let's talk. So here's the property. We can buy this property. It's let me show you the area. This is a view of Puget Sound. This is Puget Sound in the background. It's not waterfront, but it's on the hill looking at the water. And this is a driveway that goes to the property. So the property's back here. There's kind of a level shelf just behind this hill here. And it's been perk tested. So in the past, people did perk testing to see if you could get a septic into this thing. It's been a long time since that happened, but the neighbors on this side run a septic over here. On this hill, there's a septic that the neighbors are using that's more modern than the perk test that's done on this property in the back. We can buy. I got a contract to buy this property for $77,000. There's nothing for sale in the marketplace, anything close to those numbers with this kind of view anywhere around. I'll show you that in a sec. I have a realtor that's working the area with some other deals that I'm into, and she really knows land, and she knows the waterfront properties in this area really well. And she's over there taking pictures, studying the property, and she says, lots of times she gets back to me and says, Luke, do not do this deal because of this. She gives me all the red flags. But on this one, she's like, Luke, I think you got a good deal here. And that's go through a lot of properties to get that, right? So we got one. She likes this one. She likes the view. The view's awesome. You can't miss the view. And this is going to be the shipping lanes. Like the big container ships are going to go right by out front. And you're going to watch them go in, probably not cruise ships in this market, but later on cruise ships will come through. And you've got Seattle down this way. You got Seattle, Tacoma, and all the industry going on down there. You got Canada probably like up over my shoulder, back, I can't point, but over my one shoulder is Canada, the other shoulder around the corner is Seattle, Tacoma. We're on Camino Island? No, this is Whidbey Island. So we're on Whidbey Island. We're in Island County in Washington. We're near Seattle. So you could drive over here from Seattle. There's a bridge that connects to this island. And the reason I'm working this part of the market is the statistics are hot. I've been looking at different parts of the country since the coronavirus stuff has hit. And where's it, this place was hit first and people started locking down here first. So you get more transactions going on here since it's happened. So you got more data, more information going on here. The realtors are still writing offers, getting outbid in lots of different aspects of the real estate market here. People are locked in and they're shopping and they're writing offers and they're trying to close on the deals that they've been doing. There's a lot of jobs, a lot of money bounced around the greater Seattle area. You got a generally larger job base than a lot of parts of the country. You've got a price of real estate that's lower for the West Coast than like San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, wherever else up and down the coast. You got generally a lower price with high incomes, lower price real estate, a lot bigger spread for people to go after it and make these properties happen. Properties like this people pay cash for. It's not owner financing. I don't want to do owner financing on these kinds of properties. I want to get a cash buyer to come in here and do it quick. I believe we could turn it over pretty quick because the market's pretty hot in this area, and I think we got a really good shot at doubling the price from the 77 buy add on title costs on there, sell it, add on some title costs on the sale. I think we can still double our money from the buy to sell in short order in this market on this property. So let's jump into some more information. So here's a overlook of the shape of the property. There's a driveway that comes straight in. There's a paved road over here. This driveway has an easement that comes in. It's combined of two different lots. They got combined in the past when somebody was looking at building on this. There's a house to the north. There's a house to the south. There's a house to the east. And so this thing is like cupped in between these houses, and there's kind of a shelf going along this hill here, topography-wise, that you could build on and put a septic. So this lot here is septic okay. And this lot you probably want to build here and put the septic over here. These guys have their septic over here, and they bought this lot to get the septic in. They didn't have enough to put septic on this. They put their septic over here. So nobody's going to build on right next to you on that one because that's their septic. And then yeah, the next lot down to the south is where it is. So you got a good buffer, like shoulder room between houses. If we zoom out of this thing, I'll show you more about where we're at. So we're on this point, and this point is, I forget the name of this point. The whole community is this point. So this is Admiralty Bay. This is Puget Sound. This is Whidbey Island. We're on Whidbey Island here. We're looking over at Kitsap County, I believe. Pretty sure that's Kitsap over there. And so down here is Seattle. So here's Seattle down here. So Seattle's down here. Tacoma is further south. The property's up north. Canada is like up a little bit further. So we're out the channel that the ships come through. They come by. So if you want to drive up and around, you could come up through the north and then down. So there's a bridge. You can still get truckloads of stuff in here and supplies and everything across the bridge. It's not ferry only island, but you can take ferries to get back to town faster if you want. Okay, and then if you don't know where Seattle is, I'll zoom out a little bit more. This is Seattle. This is Washington. Well, on a different kind of map. It's a political map. So there's Seattle and the properties up there, and then Canada is just right there too. So if I move that over a little bit. So you're up here, if you look north from the property, you're looking at Canada. So from across here, looking across the water, you're looking at Mount Olympia, the Olympia National Forest. Like over here is Big Mountain. It's like snow-capped mountain, big beautiful thing that you're looking out over. You're gonna have sunsets happening over Mount Olympia. On a clear day, you're just gonna see this mountain light up with like the sun shining off the snow and stuff. On a cloudier day, you're just gonna see across the channel and watching the ships go by and the birds and the life and everything and nature that happens when you're on the water. So I'm very passionate about waterfront properties, and this is one of those waterfront properties. Okay, so here's a Google Maps. Google Street View doesn't do a street view of this street. This is Microsoft area, so Microsoft does the street view here. So we'll get into that. But here's the road, and then here's the property. So I pulled up. Here's Microsoft. So here's a neighboring house that would be behind it, and then we'd be around the corner over here, and they just got this big, wide open, expansive view. And the road stops down here. So you're basically at the end of the road. There's a house down here. I don't know if you can see. So there's a little bit of a roof line you can kind of see right here. That's the shelf of topography that I think we would build on over here. And then around the corner, there's another house that's on that same kind of level of topography. That's like Canada over there. Okay, so I pulled up the market. Here's Zillow. You can pull this up in all kinds of different places. But Zillow has like two properties that are kind of close to the water, but they're not. And they're asking 110, one's asking 110, one's asking 120. And I've looked at these things in the past, and they haven't been on the market that long, but they're not waterfront, they're not big view properties. They say a little bit of a view of the water. So I'll show you, here's this one's view. So their view is like out there over, you can see the mountains in the background, but you can see that you're like looking over people's roofs and stuff to try to see the water. That's not the same kind of price. That's a different class of property. Lots of times properties around the water are like 10 times the price of the ones across the street. At least 5 times. They're not always exactly those ratios, but you get the idea. So here's the other one's view. I don't know if you can see it, but like there's a fence, there's a house, or some trees, like kind of in between some of those trees and over the top of that house, you can see the water way out there. But you're not going to see like birds splashing into the water. You're not going to see orcas going by. You're not going to see the action, right? It's kind of like just a glint or shine off the water when the sun's going the right angle. You're not really going to see it. So those are totally different price properties. They're the same size, but one's asking 110, one's asking 120. I mean, if you look around, you go through history, I think there's a good shot that we could sell this thing for double. And so the way I'd like to structure this particular one is I'm offering, so we've got half the money for it. I'm looking for the other half the money, which would be about $40,000 with closing costs. And I could split it up kind of 2 ways if you wanted to. So if you wanted to buy a quarter of the property or a half of the property, I think would be the best ways to split it. I'm open to other splits too, but a quarter or half is what I had in mind. And so if you bought a quarter of it or a half, it'd be $20,000 or $40,000 roughly, and you'd be sending money to title. You wouldn't be sending it to me. And I would ask you to sign an assignment agreement. I would assign over the contract that I have in this property for that percentage of the deal. And I ask for an assignment fee as part of that. And what I would like is the assignment fee to be on this one is if I can sell it, if I can turn around and sell this property within 30 days on market. That's days on market, not from money in, money out, but days on market. It'll be longer money in, money out, because we'll be going through title on both sides and there's contracts and stuff going back and forth. So days on market is like, when it gets listed on the MLS, kind of realtor listing stuff. And I've got a realtor all ready to go market this thing that knows the area, that does well with that. She'll go market it, and if we get it bought and somebody says, okay, I'm going to buy it, and we contract them up within 30 days on market, I would like to offer 30% of the profits on a percentage basis of how much of the property you buy. So if you're buying 25% of the property, that'd be like putting up $20,000 roughly, and then we sell it for double roughly. Hopefully we can get more. We could probably get more, but let's shoot for double for this math. So let's say we sell it for double. That would be like $3,000 per 10. It'd be like $6,000. So you get you put up $20,000 and you get like $26,000 back. And if it's done less than 30 days or 30 days or less days on market. So you get paid pretty good if it happens fast. If it takes longer than 30 days on market, which may happen, then I would like the split to change to 50%. And so if it takes longer to sell and your money's tied up longer, then 50% of the profit. So for example, if you're buying a quarter of the deal, roughly 20%, roughly $20,000 you're wired into title, and we go sell it, and I get the title fees cooked in there and everything, and you get a double plus title fees, then it would be more like $30,000 back out of title on the other side. And so maybe it's 60 days or 90 days or a year. Hopefully it doesn't take that long, but who knows how long it takes to sell these things, and that's the risk you take on. So your ownership of the property would be, what I like to do is a tenants in common, so it'll be your name as a percentage of that property. So if something happens to you, your percentage goes to whoever your heirs are, or your company or trust or whatever structure it is. And then along the way, you could always offer to buy out other pieces of the property, or I could offer to buy out your piece of the property. We can make those decisions along the way to consolidate or not, as we see fit, as you want to. And then you're going to be making the decision, signing contracts, signing title paperwork along the way. That's what I call this, an active partnership. It's not a passive. You don't just send in the money and get money back someday. You got to be like answering the phone and returning calls and stuff, saying, okay, yes, let's do that. Let's do this paperwork. You're going to be, got to be ready, willing, and able to sign paperwork, title paperwork, which may mean finding notaries wherever you're at in the world, or a lot of it will be online signing, but eventually probably notarizing the sale on the end to get it recorded. So that's the idea. So I'm looking for either a quarter or a half of this property, either $20,000 or $40,000. And so how do you sign up for something like this? I don't have like an online checkout because you're not sending the money to me that I'm usually telling you about these deals. It's going to be through title. So will you please send an email to me? I got all the kids at home with the coronavirus stuff going on, so it's hard for me to keep on top of the phone. So if you send an email, that would be great. Luke@ruralvacantland.com. I'll put the email in the description of this video below, and as people sign up for this, or if it's signed up or something happens to the deal or whatever, I'll kill this video. I'll take the video down, make it disappear. So that's the idea. If the video disappears, then and you're like still scratching your heads because either somebody funded it or the deal fell apart because of, figured out something wrong along the way. We've done all kinds of due diligence. I really don't think there's anything wrong with the deal, but you never know. Always doing more due diligence is a healthy thing too. If you are looking for more deals like this, there's a website called landtank.com. Landtank.com. I've got some deals posted up on there as well, and I'll keep posting properties on there. But I hope to be able to post them on a YouTube channel like this over time to get the word out there that I have these opportunities and invite you to the party, if you will. So hopefully this works, and I get some good partners that are on top of doing paperwork and making these things happen, and you can get some nice financial returns off of it as we pull off some more of these land trades. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one. Bye.